Perfect. So welcome, everybody. You guys are the inaugural start of the Matrix Advisory Board. We're going to grow this to 10 or 12 people and cap it. And that'll be it. Just certain people from the Elite 100 that see the vision, want to help humanity. You know, Ivan's obviously here. He was the first person to come into the Matrix from, on an equity standpoint. And I can't wait to show you the impact of him and his family office, taking us from, a mom and pop to moving towards Inc. 500. So we're going to get into that. But the purpose of this group here is literally to help advise us and come up with ideas and mastermind once a quarter on getting the Matrix to Inc. 500. And as I told you guys, when Matrix gets to Inc. 500, that represents about $25,000 a month in income for you off of a 100K investment. It's not a small deal. And that's month after month after month for life and willable as long as the Matrix is alive. Like Proctor Gallagher Institute is still alive and paying, and they have a bunch of programs. So think of Bob's Proctor Gallagher Institute. That's where the Matrix is going, especially now that we got Ivan, and now we have a chief operating officer too, which I never had. So my hands are getting freed up, which is amazing. She's my offspring, my daughter, but Ivan's been working with her almost daily for 6 months, literally training her on how to be an Inc. 500 chief operating officer. So the purpose of this is for you guys to help us grow and impact humans, right? We want to get to, we've already done thousands. We've impacted thousands of humans. I don't know if we're past 10,000 yet, but we want to get to hundreds of thousands and millions of people and all over the world. And, since Ivan came aboard, we now have access to the globe much faster than I thought. So this is amazing. And I also have access to other PGI consultants all over the globe. And I'm going to show you, some of you have seen our intention to franchise this. But not like McDonald's, controlled franchising with professional people. So the vision, again, you guys have seen this numerically speaking, short term, we have all these offerings. And since Ivan's came aboard, we've added the lifestyle assessment, the lifestyle purpose, the thinking and results subscription, and the franchising. And also Ivan's going to pull up the business architecture software and how we've restructured the company and how that's working. But the vision is here, right? And these are all the numbers you guys have seen to getting to Inc. 500. The short-term vision, let me share that. And these are C-type goals, like you guys know. And this is the one I'm driving to my team. Sorry, let's see. So we mastermind on this almost weekly, driving this vision to the team. Let's see. Share screen. There we go. This is more of a short-term vision. The programs, how many human beings we need, the 2023 goal, and my C-type goal in the company is to get past $1 million a month. It's a stretch. It's a big stretch, right? But that's the whole point. Oh, hey Chris, what's up, bud?
Hey.
I was just going over the purpose of why we established this council, and what it is to meet once a quarter to help you guys. For you to help us drive towards Inc. 500. And I'm not sure when you popped on, but if you remember on the chart I gave you, when we get to Inc. 500, that represents somewhere between 20 to 25K a month in return for you guys. So it's significant. And the more we can do faster together, the quicker that'll come and the longer we will experience this journey of Matrix together. Like, I don't want to take 10 years to get to Inc. 500. We want to do it like in a year or two. And it's a stretch, but Ivan has done it twice now, right? Or coming up on twice. So Ivan's family office, their software, their structure, how they build businesses, they've done it. And now they're doing that with us. So Ivan, if you want to, I'll give you screen share. If you want to pull up and kick in, what we've been doing together and the software and your part of the deal, I'd love to have you guys bring these guys up to speed.
Of course, amigo. So hi all, hi Eric, Ara, Chris, Michael. Thanks for having you here, from being with us, and it's a pleasure to start building the advisory board for Matrix. And the main thing I want to share with you guys is how Matrix machine works, because in order to take an organization to the Inc. 500, it can never be a solopreneur organization that is depending on one person for the income. And it needs to be a very well-led out machine that is controlled weekly, that is literally controlled weekly, meaning like the different particles that move across the organization are in the awareness of the management team every single week. Otherwise, then I haven't found any other formula to take an organization to the Inc. 500. So as Elon Musk says, it's basically a matter of aligning vectors. So what we are doing with all this structure that I'm going to show you is the organization behind that aligns vectors towards one common goal for the company. When we started together with Brian, basically the company was a mastermind and with some specific coaching services for Bob Proctor. And I said, okay, Brian, we need to expand this vision much more, because if we want to take this into the Inc. 500, we cannot be just a mastermind with one coaching service for PGI or Bob Proctor. So I gave this idea to Brian and he loved, which Matrix is a lifestyle enhancement company. So when everybody thinks what is Matrix, it's a lifestyle enhancement company. So what it means to enhance life? I realized that Brian was creating all the wheel of life and everything beautiful, and he was taking pieces, putting pieces together from another place, but creating the methodology for enhancing life. So we say, okay, we need to create an entrance door to the organization that will be the entry for every person that really wants to enhance their life. We need to know where the person is in life. How do you enhance something if you are not measuring it? So we created something that we call the lifestyle audit, which is a product that allows new people to come in through the door of Matrix, and then a whole methodology to upsell them, to upgrade them into different coaching services, which I will be sharing with you now in a little bit, but I just want to explain you first. So a whole lot of different coaching services that are in each of the areas of the life, of the wheel of life. So imagine that we have an expert in each area for the wheel of life. And now imagine that someone gets an audit, and as that someone gets an audit for for life, we discovered that the person really needs help with relationships and marriage. Okay, good. We will have a professional expert on helping marriage problems get solved. So then we will have a coach for different areas. Let's say someone is having trouble with finance in their business. Okay, we will have the finance for business expert coach. Let's say that we have someone with trouble in their personal finance. Well, we will have that coach. Let's say someone has a problem with what other area we have? Brian, give me another area of the wheel of life.
Spirituality, friendships, romance, relationships.
Friendship. Yes. So that's the whole idea. And we are almost there on launching the health coaching, which is the first one that we're going to be launching independently on the wheel of life. And we have created the product for that and so on. So let me share with you a little bit here, and let me know when you can see. Let me know when you can see my screen, guys.
We can see it.
Great. So the organization have 7 divisions, as you can see here. This is Matrix Success International Organizational Board, and so it has Brian as the CEO here, who is basically the dreamer of the dreams, the future, the visionary. And the first thing I say to Brian when I come on board, I say, Brian, we need a COO, because you are a serial entrepreneur. We cannot depend on you for the growth of Matrix. So we brought Maddie on, she has been doing an amazing job. And then we said, okay, we have the executive division, which measures the EBITDA for the company. And the EBITDA, basically, it has been up, down, up, down, up, down. So this is something that we need to stabilize, and we are putting policy on it. As part of it, I got our CFO in our family office to get basically start coaching the accountant, the treasury division in the company, because there was a lot of things that we needed improvement in the finance division. And let me tell you what happens. It's a very interesting thing in the financial division, how it works. You may want to grow more the finances in a company, and you are trying to do it through sales, and you're, oh my gosh, sales, why sales are not going up? Why sales are not going up? What is happening? And then there is something like very unique on my personal experience, which is when there is something that is not totally ethical, completely to the dot, and not that this is the case here, but I'm just telling you so you know this information, that is not fully ethical, and that not all the parties involved in a growing organization are getting exchanged as they should be getting exchanged, or there is something that we're trying to play with the taxes here and there to see how we pay less taxes, but not necessarily using the IRS code entirely, things like that, then you can observe in companies that sales don't grow. And the reason for it is that when there is a tension that is things are not right on the finances, somehow no more finances come, and the finances start to getting blocked in areas, and accounts are getting closed and things are blocked and things like that. So we have basically knowledge on how to straighten out that things, put in policy and so on. So I am just giving you the explanation more, not on this company, but on general companies in the world that I have observed. So we have our personal CFO who has been 35 years CFO, professional, etc., working with the IRS agents, CPAs, like very professional, and making sure that finances are on the dot, to the line, following every single law. Why? Because when you do that, and you make sure that every person that is related to the organization is receiving the exchange for what they are doing, then somehow sales boom. It's just magical. I have observed that across many companies. It's just amazing. So that's the reason we're doing that. But now that you see that, I don't want this EBITDA that you see going up, down, bam, 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 bam. We want this EBITDA to go up, 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 up. So in order to accomplish that, there is the first division of the organization, which is the division of communications and human resources. So this is the staff of the company who grow their statistics week after week. That means that if we look at this here, seven staff members on the company, 7 employees, grew their statistic compared to last week. So if that's the case, that means that we have 10 people, 3 people did not grow compared to the week before. So Maddie, as in charge of the human resources division, she's in charge of creating the programs, the plans, all the coaching to the executives on each of the 6 divisions, so we can make sure that everybody's growing in their own divisions, in their own statistics, in their own KPIs, basically. Because if everybody's growing their own KPIs, that means the entire company is doing well. So, and all of this starts from the result that when we decided that this is a lifestyle enhancement company, we basically said, okay, what is the result that we are going for? What is this result that we want when someone joins Matrix? What is it that we want for their life when they are running through this organizational chart and being served by the company? Well, what we found was that we exist as Matrix because as the company valuable final product, which means the end result that the company creates for its existence, is people who increase their value to society. So because someone comes and joins the Matrix and they improve the different areas of their life through the wheel of life, the end result of someone improving their own life in different areas of their life is that they are more valuable to society. Because if they are better, this is called the law of improvement, similar to the law of non-resistance, to the law of exchange, to the law of attraction, all the laws that you know. This is the law of improvement, which it says that if someone else's life improves around you, your life will be in better shape. that if a country on your side is in a better shape, you should be in better shape. Well, there is a lot to talk about that, but this is what we want as the reason for the company existence, is people who increase their value to society. Understanding what we want for the company existence, we basically come back to the results and the statistics. Okay, so how do we create that result? Okay, so we have the staff members, okay, and we make sure that the staff members, the employees are doing great and they are growing. And we track the gross income for the company. Every single week, we track the gross income and we see, okay, how the gross income can be more this week than the week before. The company right now is like doing 26,000, 25,000 in average of gross income per week, as you can see here. Something that I proposed to Brian this week was, okay, the highest ever week in the last 10 weeks was 37,595. How do we make sure that we grow, that we make more than that this coming week? So we are basically organizing this so the organization is playing on the direction of growing their income this week more than the week before. So in that way, we are controlling the result of the week in order to improve the result of the month. Because if you wait for the whole month and you see, oh, this month was down from the month before, it's too late, okay? But look at something here, which is interesting. I don't know if I have it entirely here, but the company, when I basically found, when I started helping Brian, I say, okay, I need to see the P&L, I need to see all the balance sheets and everything. And the thing that I found was, okay, the company is losing money. Brian is putting a lot of money from his own pocket for the company to be surviving and to be doing well and so on. So we are almost there from a year from last year till now. We are almost there, making it out of the water, just almost there. So I have our CFO working with the treasury to see how that can be enhanced and improved. Where is the expenses that can be cut? Where is that we need to tight this P&L more so it flows more and there is more money that can come from the universe and so on. So that's basically on that point. And then the treasury division is measuring the finance points. So the finance points basically measure how much of the money that the people, the clients owe to the company is being collected on the same week. It also measures how many of the bills have been paid to the vendors on the same week, and it measures how well the books are organized in comparison to the reality of what's happening in the bank accounts. So this is this statistic, and then we have the most important statistic of all the company, I will say, because it's the one that is creating the result for our clients, which is the Wheel of Life average points. So the way to make sure that someone is improving in life is measuring the average that we have in the entire community from 0 to 10. So this is showing us that all the Matrix members on average have 6 points out of 10 in their Wheel of Life. That means that the potential of their life is at 60% right now when it can be 100%. Okay, so that's where we are here and why we are here in order to improve. We want this 6 to be 10. And it will take some work. We've been doing, is training and establishing a COO, is passing all of this mindset to Brian as the CEO so he can get in 500 mindset. And we're getting there on the establishing of a foundation. Then the next division, okay, so this is the delivery division, which delivers the main result for the clients. And then we have the quality control division, which basically is the division that produces the efficiency of the organization. How much we can do with less resources. So that's the reason of quality. How you do better and do more with less resources, quality control. So basically, what we are doing here is we are getting Maddie to track how much gross income it produces every single employee in the company. As you see, 2,682 of income per employee. So what we want is if we double the income, we keep the same level of employees. Now every employee is producing 5,000 for the company. And that's the goal of the quality control division, which has a lot of knowledge. I am just giving you like 0.1% of the knowledge that is required behind this whole platform that that we are installing on Matrix, right? And so on, but you're getting the idea. And then we have the division of expansion, which is the last one here. And there is a rule in business that says the client, a client will be ready to purchase something from you when they ask more information about that product and service. Okay, so now there is another rule, is if you want to expand, you want the majority of people in this organization as new clients. So we created a whole division which didn't exist in the company a year ago, which is the division of expansion. And this division of expansion have something that is the introductory services. Why introductory services? Because if someone buys you something, they don't know you, they come and just met you on the internet, on the website, they just meet you, and they say, okay, I'm going to trust Matrix. Okay, I'm not going to trust Matrix with $10,000. I just know these people now. Okay, but they can trust me with $97. So if they trust me with $97, which is introductory service, and then all of a sudden I say, I deliver an amazing result to them, they feel they are adding more value to society, they feel they are improving life for themselves, they feel that, then I can come to them and say, okay, we have this other service, which is an advanced service, which is $3,000 or $1,000 or whatever, and the client gets upgraded and upgraded and upgraded. So on the division of expansion, we track introductory services completed and booked into division 2, which is the division that sells the advanced services as the Inner Circle, as TIR, as Level Up, as now we'll start selling the health coaching and the other coaching services and so on. So this is basically what the organization is doing. And so now, Brian, over to you, my friend, in the case that they have any questions.
Thank you, Evan. Thanks for bringing us up to speed. And hopefully you guys can see the level of difference from a year ago. And it was, we were running it more like a mom and pop shop. We were doing, about $1.5 million a year or something like that. And the major difference between purposely driving towards Inc. 500, with, a family office that's already done it. So super excited to be running through this with you guys. So that's the vision. That's where we're going. One of the things that I wanted to get, two things actually from this group here. The thing that will help us the most, the quickest in his foundation is new Elite 100 members and new Inner Circle members. So I know Michael's already referred some, Eric has. Getting you guys to think about, who is the one or two people in your entire network that you think would bring value to the Elite 100. And you guys have seen it as they come in, right? As people come in, it's like the level of value, we're at like 25 or so, 28 people, something like that. But imagine, 50 people and then 75 and then 100. So this group here, I don't want you to think about like entry-level services as much as how do we build the Elite 100, number one. Number two, how do we improve it? And I want you guys to be really candid. What are the things that you love about that we do week to week to week and at the retreats? If there's anything you don't love, I want you guys to be honest and candid. And what are we missing? What can we add to just bring so much value to the Elite 100 that we build that up? Because when we build that to 100 people, it is it's very stabilizing, very foundational, and it's good income for everybody here too. It tends to build the whole thing, if that makes sense. Are you talking, Michael, or you think you're muted, bud? And I know this is the first meeting, but what if, well, let's first of all start about.
I do have something to say.
Sure.
I feel like getting my friends to meet is a little clunky at this point.
That's a good point. It's like, how can we
going back and
improve that?
forth? I just want to like send them somewhere, or like some sort of an affiliate link, not really, and just not on a link, but I mean some ways that they can go, and that sets up your calendar or something like that.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
something better. I don't know. It's just been With like the 2 or 3 people so far, it's kind of been like phone tag, as you know.
So on our lower level services, where we have a whole CRM system through HubSpot, sales team, like those are going to be like send a link, blah, 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 calendar invite. And I'm open to suggestions. The difference with the Elite 100 is you're never going to just send somebody a link and have them sign up for a $60,000 a year mastermind, right? They're going to want to meet the CEO. There's going to be multiple conversations. I'm open to suggestions, but I haven't found a better way because I haven't found anybody yet that doesn't want to meet me, kick the tires, multiple meetings. It's a big decision. But I'm
No, I
open to
get it. It
ideas.
just seems like that beginning part is not
Yeah.
as smooth as it could be. But I mean, I totally agree that they need to meet you. It's
Yeah,
just
I'm open to
process.
suggestions if you guys can think of a better way. Right now, in case you guys don't know, we've been doing like a 3-way text introduction.
Yeah.
And you know, with Steve and Melanie, it went amazing. You introduced, we got on a call. The call went amazing. They're coming in. It's just the other side of Elite 100 members that are going to be, they're busy as shit. They're multimillionaires already. They're all busy as shit. So sometimes the follow-up is going to be, you know, it's not that they don't want to join. I have 3 of them now that are joining, and it's still like follow-up. I don't know, Michael, you actually, everybody.
I'm not saying anything about the actual talking to you. Everybody
Yeah.
has said that's great. It's just the initial
Introductory.
getting, it just sort of like with Brian Mazzilli, it just kind of fell off the table. And then
That's a good
we
point.
had to
Yeah.
get it back on the table.
I had a great
so-
call with him, by the way. I think he's likely to come in as well. But you're right, yeah, it's and that was on me for, I had sent something and then it didn't get followed up. So maybe it's just on my end. Maybe it's just on
Okay.
my end. But I'm open to suggestions if you guys have any ideas.
I got
I
2
think
more.
they're,
by the way.
got
you
two
go
more?
with your 2 more ideas, Michael. Or do you
No,
have
no, I
2
got 2 more people.
Okay. Okay. I have the same experience as you, Michael. It's just a little clunky getting somebody to connect. Is there, I'm just thinking out loud, could there be some kind of drop page or somewhere we can send them where they can just do some initial reading and then
Yeah, we can definitely do that. So here's the difference with the ones that you've referred so far, they're not really qualified for Elite 100. You're not
Right.
you're not getting the right caliber of people.
right.
Those referrals are going to go into a system it'll be referral with a landing page. They can read about it. They can book a call. There'll be a salesperson, but it won't be me. So the difference between the couple that you recommended and Michael's are actually qualified Elite 100 members.
Okay.
The 2 you sent, like the one guy, Nick, like he has a Ferrari, but that's about it. He's pretty broke.
Right.
And he's
Yeah, I know.
he's a little bit of a poser. So a
Yeah,
little bit more homework on your end about like what an Elite 100 member is versus somebody that might just go
Yeah.
the bulk of the matrix. Yeah.
And those other guys are going to go to the smaller program, right?
Yeah.
Like the Monday night calls, right? 10 grand
They would
in for
be-
6 months.
They would be good thinking and results people 100%. So
Okay. Yeah.
so that tells me I need to educate you guys a little bit more on like what an Elite 100 member really would be, right?
And we can screen those people and guide them to the right place.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
we're
Yep.
building out with Ivan and Maddie in real time in our team. We're building out the automation. If you guys have even a mindset master, like I want you referring anybody. Somebody could be completely broke. It's like, oh, go to the website. Matter of fact, if you guys haven't been to the website lately, you should check it out because you're going to be able to send people to the website, Mindset Masters, TIR. They can read about it, do all the things, book a call, all the things. So your actual thing will be say, go to the website, go check out Mindset Masters, go check out TIR. The site will do all the work. They'll get in our CRM. Salespeople will follow up.
Okay. Yeah,
think
that's
Brian-
exactly right.
Chris, is that you?
I think there's exclusivity in being nominated for something and having to be nominated for something. So
Yep.
I wonder if there's, even anything where we can initiate a nomination on a qualified person, right?
Yeah,
And you may need to help people on that first to determine whether they're qualified. But then something goes out saying that they've been nominated, and if they're truly qualified, I mean, this is a big purchase. I remember board of advisors, I was pretty impressed. You know, I may have spoken to him once, I can't remember, but then I got one of those little cheap tablets that you open up and it was in a booklet format and it had like a little video from Mike and I think it had Kevin Harrington on it. I mean, for a purchase like this, which is reoccurring, it's not just 1 year. Um, it's nice to get some physical thing that shows that this is like an elite
So
program.
you are not in yet, but you will be. So all of these guys have gotten, and they've gotten multiple things. Number one, they get a $600 Remarkable 2 notepad that's branded.
I'm saying when you're signing them up, not a text, a three-way text. So they get a $300 Remarkable before they sign up.
No. I thought you meant when somebody joins.
No, I'm talking about sales here. I'm talking about part of the sales process. They literally get something like from you, like they open it up, like a physical thing in the mail. That's
Okay.
like, and they open it up and it's like a little video box. And it's like, hey, you know, welcome to Elite 100. You can even have testimonials from other billionaires, like things like that in the group. Like Ivan could be on it. It just it feels special is what I'm saying. So, and I don't know what the, you know, process has been, but how Mike described it, it didn't seem special. And I think he called that clunky,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you know, if you're doing sales on a 50,000 plus products, you could make a little bit of an investment on it if they're qualified.
I agree 100%. This is why we're meeting. Like, how do we? Because once somebody's a member, I think we do.
Yeah, I wasn't talking about that.
Yeah, but no, I do. I vaguely remember that happening too. That video thing. I can't remember, but they're probably not.
I used to do it at a former company, and we did it for clients at an advertising agency.
So making
You know,
that initial introduction, even before we get on a call, it's more special. And
I
I
envision it being more of an introduction to an elite program, and then with specialized elite feeling touch points as
Yeah.
part of the sales process.
I was also thinking, I don't know how you could do this, but something like the bat phone from Batman. Like, in other words, when it rings, you or Madison or somebody high up picks up right away, so that like if I'm talking to Mel and Steve, I can just say, hey, let me get the CEO or the COO on the phone right now. Something like that, or maybe it's, I mean, I'm just,
Yeah,
I don't know.
Michael,
idea. No,
Michael, who do you think you are?
no. I mean, I
Biden?
like the idea, but the reality of, you know, a CEO of any company, that's a tough one. But what I would say to you guys, it's very rare. Anybody in the Elite 100, when they call me, if at all possible, I pick it up. I don't pick it up for any other phone calls, including family. I let it go to voicemail, like except for Maddie. But my point is,
Maybe I can say my dad is right here. So.
yeah. But hopefully you guys already feel that way. Like if somebody one of you guys text me or call, I'm like, I get back to you that day, or we could definitely have somebody available, but obviously I can't be available. I'm in meetings most of my days. But there should be more. I'm writing down notes. I'm going to take these notes and mastermind with my team too. So, but I like the idea of making that initial connection more.
Maybe an automatic text, maybe something that just says, hey, Mike Shine or somebody in the Elite 100 recommended you. I absolutely want to speak to you right away. Here's my Calendly link, or something that's like automatic on the moment that doesn't take up your time, but still.
Yeah, a link. I think a link that allows to book and also has like a world-class landing page of benefits. I think that's what it's like,
Nice.
oh, wow. Yeah, so, okay.
Just a thought.
I like that. So the one thing about, giving somebody a booking link to a call, and this is just from my networking and business building days, when you do a three-way text intro, and Mike, like I said, that was on me, it dropped off. It's because it was on WhatsApp and not a text, but I can get better at that. The point about once I have a contact from you guys, I will follow up to the end of the world in a polite way with those people. Versus if we give them a booking link, now it's like whenever they book. And what happened with Steve and Melanie is they're just really busy. So there is something about doing a three-way intro to the CEO and having his cell phone that I feel is more of like, oh, I have the CEO's cell phone versus a booking link to a sales guy. So, but I'll noodle on this with the team, because I do think there's other things in between a first call. You know, I send an email, but a gift I think would be a good thing, whether they join or not. Like an experiential gift, I like that.
Or customized gifts. You can just do a little homework on them, ask the nominator what they like. It doesn't have to be expensive.
Yeah, the twist of that, Brian, is in my business when a broker refers me to finds me a project, even if it doesn't work, I send them a food basket or something as a thank you,
Yeah.
just so that they
Relationship.
remember that, oh yeah, this guy really cares about me.
No, I like
Something
that.
like that.
I do like that. That's something we can do pretty easily. And I also wrote down different escalators in between, whether a gift, I get a landing page, dinner certificate, something like different touch points and follow-ups.
I like the pen you gave us, the
cross pens,
cross pen,
yeah, that's a good idea.
Rhode Island. Woohoo, cross, AT cross.
Oh, really?
Yeah, since 1846.
I like that. Elite 100 cross pens, whether they join or not. That's doable. That's pretty classy. I like that. And Chris, I'll look into the video thing. I don't think those are that expensive.
Maybe it could say something, maybe not too cheesy, but future member of the Elite 100 right on it or something.
Yeah.
Or maybe one of our marketing gurus can come up with a word instead of member of thing of English is my fourth language, so excuse me, guys. Maybe like a family member or a sibling or whatever you want to call it, something better than just a member of the organization.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, all of our stuff says welcome to the family, and when Val gets to them, the concierge emails, it always says welcome to the family with the elite, not with everybody, but with the elite. These are great ideas, guys. This is exactly why I want this group. So, what do you guys enjoy the most about the week-to-week sessions we have and the live events for those that have been? So in other words, we do content, right? We mastermind and content. We're always studying mindset. We do business development. We do hot seat coaching. We do investments. We've had some guest speakers. Sometimes we'll do workshops like tax strategy workshops, things like that. We have half a dozen or more things that we do, and we change every week. What do you guys like the most? And is there anything that you don't like?
The breakout sessions have been really good the last 2 weeks.
We get a lot of good feedback on goal setting breakout sessions. That's fairly new too.
Yeah. Yep. I appreciate
We get a lot of good feedback there. Is there any? Oh, good.
Sorry.
No, good.
I like the accountability. I mean, I like the mindset and all that, but I love the accountability.
Yeah.
I like when you deep dive, or maybe not such a deep dive, but go around. I mean, that's kind of like the breakout sessions, but before.
So yeah, we've done it in group, like quick, bang, bang, bang,
Yeah.
bang. So you like that as well?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. I do too.
Especially when it's weekly, it just feels like it gives you like it's like a push of energy. It just feels very like I definitely am energized after I get off the call. Even if I don't get the the accountability. If you're talking to somebody else and you give some advice, it always resonates with me.
Gotcha. Okay. Good feedback.
I also want to know from Eric how I get started with the day trading, but that's just,
You and I grab a one-on-one, just like me and Eric did.
okay. All right, I'm down.
We didn't spend that much time, did we, Eric? I met with you once. I gave you some direction. You followed that direction. We met again. I gave you a little bit more. You studied it. I think we met 3 or 4 times total. And now you're about to
Right.
relax. So I'm happy to do that with any one of you guys.
I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm down. I'm down.
Say the business, the elite is 100% referral, right? I mean, there's
100% referral.
nobody's coming in off of some landing page or
That's
anything
what I
like
tell
that.
them.
So
Yep.
yeah, so
Tell them
I
that.
feel like there need to be some kind of training, and I've asked you this, and you've instructed me, but maybe it needs to be deeper than me just saying, "Hey, I've got an awesome wealth and mindset coach and A, B, C, and D."
That's
know,
a good point.
Yeah, something deeper there, something maybe that to me it feels like, well, how I came in is through Kevin, and I could just hear it in his voice, and
That's
just
it. Whatever
was,
he did worked, right? Because you came in and
Yeah.
like you were just like, whatever this is, I want in. So
yeah,
you could
it
recall.
was timing for me.
Was it timing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like I was looking for something just like this. I knew I needed to go to the next level. So he had something that I needed. And but I feel like it doesn't, how I feel is that it doesn't need to be, hey, this is what I got. Here's Brian's number. I'm going to set you up on a 3-way. To me, it feels like there should be a little bit more coming from us, and then maybe some web page they go to and read a little bit more, and then we follow up, and then the next step. It felt a little awkward to me, like, hey, I'm going to talk to this guru. Kevin's sending me a 3-way text right now, and it was just like, I don't really understand fully what it is. And I guess that might be felt a little weird. So that, like, here I'm talking to this major guy, this right away. It was like I wanted more info on it first. So
That's really
that's
good
why
feedback. We could do
maybe the landing page.
We could do that. We could put together a real quick coaching you guys on just the first thing is sharing your experience, right? And I could definitely do a little video on that, like how to talk about your experience. But that's really it. They're buying you guys' experience. And then the next thing could be a very well done landing page with some video testimonials, and they could learn all about it, see the different things. And then there could be a qualification checklist that they have to fill out, because we do want exclusivity and qualifications.
Yeah, I think that Chris said something about that. Like, it feels better when you have to almost apply or be invited or be nominated, right?
Yep. And then the fourth thing would be setting up a three-way call, three-way Zoom. I like that. Awesome. Well, guys, this is all amazing feedback. Thank you. And I don't want to chew too much time on these. This is the first one. I think we'll do it once a quarter as needed. You know, the next thing we're going to do in 2024, you know, the key now is to build out, you know, all the assets in this elite, in this matrix, right? And then we can go over to Europe, find another either PGI consultant or somebody that's wants to be, and franchise this. We're going to do 100K of franchise and then 10% of earnings. And we'll be able to give them like a 12-point ascension model plus thinking results and coach them up on it. So we're going to go country by country by country. So that's our intention. But in the short term, I think that the way that you guys can help us the most is with Elite 100 referrals. It's definitely the quickest, easiest thing. Very soon we'll have like automated systems to refer like anybody to the lower tier stuff. Even now, if you send them to our website, like anybody that's lower tier, you know, any of your friends, or if somebody's like not doing well, it's like, go check out Mindset Masters on the website. I'll put the website in here for you guys. It's far enough along that it should be robust enough. And we've spent a ton of time and money on the website. If you guys haven't been there, I'll put it in the chat. I think it would be good for you guys to get familiar with the site and even feedback on the site. That's another thing that I would love from this group. All right. So I love and appreciate you all. This is the first inaugural advisory board meeting, so it'll grow a little bit. Your question, Michael?
Yes, so so I was in a BNI group, which I definitely don't compare to this, but they would always tell us to not prejudge people. In other words, if I have someone that I think might be good for the Elite 100, should I be sort of just send them over to you or do some sort of
Yeah,
pre?
what you've been doing has been perfect. The people
Okay.
you've been sending me are qualified. Whether they do it or not is irrelevant. They are qualified to do it though. And they've been, I would say to you guys, don't send me any raging narcissists, right? Don't send anybody that you don't want to be in the group. This is not a money making. This is not like, let's make a ton of money. I want this group to build. So these would be the people that you admire or you look up to, they're your friends, use your judgment that way. But, people that you want as peers in the group, right? I always ask people, like, who do you guys look up to? Not even left and right. Who do you really look up to? And then if those people come in the group and then they invite people they look up to, like, we're only a couple of tiers away from having Elon Musk in the group. I say that laughingly, but not really, right? Like, think about that. Like Dave Steck's in the group. Like, who's he going to invite that he looks up to? Who's Ivan? What's that?
Is that before or after the fight?
Oh yeah, he might not survive, huh?
So I have a question for all of you guys that I would like us to know is what was the #1 reason you joined Elite 100?
Ooh, good question.
Who wants to go first?
Brian was a pain in the neck. No, I mean Brian.
I was very persistent. Ara was one of the founding members way back when, and I had an idea, and he was literally one of, if not the first, one of the first members.
Wow. So, Era, but if you will, okay, take Brian being a follow up and follow up and follow up, take that out. If you look at the reason why you said yes, what was it? Can you tell me the #1 reason?
Sure. The idea was to have like-minded people of the same, I hate using these words, I apologize, caliber or whatever, that can associate and build on what we have to make it even better and bigger. And he also was talking philanthropy and things which really is near and dear to my heart. So
basically was, make a note, Brian, like-minded people and philanthropy.
Yes.
Good. Chris?
Well, I can't really speak to that. I haven't elevated to Elite 100 yet.
Okay, but for Inner Circle, why did you say yes to Inner Circle?
I liked CIR and I was getting value out of it, and so I thought I'd get value out of Inner Circle.
Oh, okay. So basically, and why did you join TIR? What makes you say yes to TIR?
That's a long ass story, but I knew I needed to do something like that for a long time, and then just didn't know really where it was, and kind of bumped into Brian at Board of Advisors.
Okay, so you were trying to improve in life or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so put life improvement.
Is it safe to say that you've done a lot of analytical training, like whatever sales, obviously becoming a lawyer in school and business training, but have you ever done any like deep mindset training? I'm thinking back to when I met you. That was
not as part of a group.
Yeah, that's the part that I remember that you were kind of at least I feel you were intrigued about.
Yeah, never as part of a group. Just reading books and things like that.
So you became really interested in basically personal improvement, right?
Yeah.
Okay, put personal improvement, Brian. And Eric?
Yeah, for me, it was and
We don't hear you, Eric.
Shut myself with the right people to do it.
We don't hear you well. Something in your connection, my friend. Can you stop your camera and share again? We don't hear you, Eric. Eric? Okay. No, we don't. You need to fix your connection. In the meanwhile, Michael, can you give me your answer?
Yes, so I had friends that were in other quote unquote masterminds, but I was looking specifically for something with mindset. Something, I had one that was like a friend of mine who has like a Christian faith-based, and I was studying spirituality and yeah, and reading all these books, and then when I spoke to Brian, there was that combined with the fact that there was financial opportunities as well. But I mean, the universe found this for me, so I'm not. Yeah.
So you said the main reason after you learned about Elite 100 was mindset, but before that you have friends that were talking about Mastermind, and you were wanting to have a mastermind that was more connected to mindset.
Exactly.
Beautiful. Eric, can you repeat, because your connection was very bad when you said before?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, a little better, yes.
Okay, yeah, we're just pulling up to the lake here, so my service is gonna not get so good. Yeah, it was personal growth, a philanthropy with like-minded people, and also opportunities for income growth.
Okay, and of that three, which one you will say come first?
Oh, yeah, a personal growth, because with personal growth comes everything else.
Personal growth. Okay. You see, Brian, you are getting also what we are going to give to Noah for the keywords.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. So it's important. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate this and your feedback on this. And thank you, Brian, for putting this together, my friend.
No, this is awesome, guys. And thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Like when we got the idea for this, I was like, wow, this is, trying to build this thing myself globally is difficult. And Ivan came in, Maddie came back, and then now I have half a dozen of my peers, soon to be 12. We're going to cap it at 12. So I see the future. Like we're quantum leaping here because we're masterminding on the Mastermind company. So thank you. I love you all. We'll see you again soon. If you do have anybody if you do have anybody, just set us up on a 3-way text and I'll take really good care of them. But we'll get these assets out in a couple of weeks after next week. All right.
Have a great
Great.
weekend.
Guys.
Bye, everybody. Have a great
Thanks so
weekend.
much, guys. Yep,
Yeah.
bye.
Thank you.
Peace.
Bye-bye.